and on the border recently has mutilated 2 Indian jawans. Ironically, it continues to be India's most favoured nation as far as trade is concerned. Despite rising tensions between the two countries, trade relations between India and Pakistan have headed in a positive direction. The increase in bilateral trade has led to India becoming the 4th largest supplier of goods and services to Pakistan in February this year, while displacing the US. The total value of Indian exports to the country for the month stood at $196.16 million as compared to $168.89 million during the same month last year.
केवल सैनिक कार्रवाई, केवल कूटनीतिक कार्रवाई के साथ साथ आर्थिक जो अंकुश है वो भी लगाने का काम करना चाहिए और व्यापार एक हम ऐसी स्थिति में हैं कि जो आसानी से कर सकते हैं, लेकिन हिंदुस्तान की सरकार को पाकिस्तान के लिए एक स्थिर नीति, कूटनीति अपनाने की आवश्यकता है, डिसीजन लेने की आवश्यकता है.
It's a wrong thing that is happening. MFN, most favored nation clause, is a very, very special clause, which is given as almost like a reward for good neighborliness. And for continuing it, there's no basis for it, so especially because Pakistan has not given us most favored nation status. It's a one-way traffic. And considering their perfidy, their barbarity, I think it should be cancelled right away.
MNS is of the view for the last many years that no Pakistani artist, no financial transaction, no business transaction, no imports from Pakistan, no exports to Pakistan should be made unless and until that country behaves itself. Because this is not the way they should react to Jawans. We stand with our own Jawans, and now I think the status which is given to Pakistan as most favored nation should be changed, and it should be most hated nation.
We must take punitive actions on ground. We must go and become preemptive in our strikes and not just respond and avenge. We've done enough of it, and we know it counts for nothing. Our relationship with Pakistan needs to be recast in a completely new fashion in the light of our experiences of the past few decades. Nothing short of that would suffice.
Still with us, Geeta, the MFN status to Pakistan still continues despite recent events and recent incidents and recent unholy acts by Pakistan and its army there. Pressure now mounting on the government to perhaps rescind that MFN status. We are not Pakistan's most favoured nation by a long shot as far as trade is concerned. Then, of course, the question needs to be asked, why is Pakistan in the same spot?
Well, that's right. We do know that the Indian side had accorded Pakistan MFN status many, many years ago. It happened during the UPA government's time. But we do know that NDA is reviewing and reassessing whether if Pakistan should be accorded this honor. Also, the fact that Pakistan never responded or reciprocated to the MFN status being accorded, with the cabinet always holding it back because of some reason or the other. Now, looking at the business of trade, it is going to be disadvantageous to Pakistan rather than India if this MFN status is taken or revoked by India. India has been looking into this. India and the Indian government, Prime Minister held a meeting also with regards to whether if MFN status should continue for Pakistan or not. Very important messages that came out from none other than the Prime Minister himself, and he said that talks and terror can't go hand in hand. That water and blood can't flow together. That the Indian establishment will reassess Pakistan's status with India, and in that MFN certainly is one of the areas that is going to be under review, under a reassessment by the Indian establishment. It does not suffice to, it suffices to say that the Indian establishment is not just looking at it, but a revocation might take place if the kind of bitterness continues between India and Pakistan. What India is looking at is whether if Pakistan is going to course correct or not. If there is going to be no course correction, then they are going to take up the matter as they have been in the past with the international community. While there is immense amount of pressure on India to bring things to normal, India has been maintaining with partners such as the United States of America that really cannot happen unless and until Pakistan stops its terror factories. US also has accepted the fact that Pakistan does use terrorism as an instrument of state policy. Now we will have to see the influencers in the region when it comes to Pakistan, whether they are going to apply pressure on Pakistan to stop using these tactics, these unconventional methods or not, and in that whether if there can be a continuation of the MFN and various other such areas of cooperation between India and Pakistan, or whether if India will have to finally revoke the status accorded to Pakistan.
Right, stay with us, Geet.